Hi, Denise. It's Professor L, and I'm coming to you to send a little video today about your first paper that you've completed in our fundamentals class. And I just wanted to congratulate you on completing that because I know that this is something new for you. So I'm here to give you a little feedback and maybe some resources for writing your next paper or making some revisions I recommend to this one. So the first thing I do when I am writing any kind of paper is I go back and look at the requirements of the paper or the rubric. The grading rubric is a good tool for you to use to figure out exactly how you want to set up your paper and make sure you're including all of those crucial elements. So looking at your assignment, you were to choose a prominent leader in nursing history. I wanted to identify this leader's major activity in nursing. You wanted to describe this leader's and how they laid the foundation for nursing as we know it today. And then lastly, you wanted to discuss how the nursing profession may use or be affected by this leader and their work. So I have your paper opened here, and I have gone through and made some edits to it, which I'm going to review some of those with you, and others I want you to just read through and look at my comments and see if those are changes that you want to incorporate. The first thing I notice about your paper is we're missing some of the foundations or trademarks of an APA paper, which includes a title page. So you should be including a title page as well as a reference page, and you should have a running header. So the running header is the title of your paper, and that's usually listed on the top left here. And then on the right-hand side, we would see a page number on the top of each page. So some resources to use, I'm going to just close your document for a second. I like this when I'm setting up my page. I go to YouTube, you can type in APA format, and this video right here, if you click on it, it's only 4 minutes, even though it says 5:16, but the setup portion is just 4 minutes long. And if you click on that, it will literally give you step-by-step instructions on what to click on and how to set up your page. So as I mentioned, step by step, he's telling you one by one exactly what to do, and you will be in very good shape if you follow all of these instructions. Even at the end of this video, he gives you screenshots of all of he gives you, I'm telling you, oh, there they are. He gives you screenshots of exactly what to click on to be able to make sure your paper is set up a nice way. So that is a great resource. You should check out this YouTube video. The second resource that I use, you can type right into Google, OWL Purdue APA. And when you do, you'll come to this website. And this will literally give you, again, tons of information about writing an APA. It'll give you your in-text citations, which I'm going to review some of those from your paper. And just a lot of information about how to set things up, especially how to make sure that you're citing things appropriately. And then the last thing I like about this website is it also gives a sample paper. So you can see this is what your running head would look like. There's that page number that I mentioned, the title of the paper, your name, and the university. And here's the beginning of this person's paper. Again, their title is here. And they're also using headings to help keep the reader on track of what they're doing. So I really recommend using the use of headings to kind of just gives the reader and the learner, keeps them on track as to what the discussion of that paragraph is going to be about. So I'm going to click back over to your document. And as I mentioned before, you should make those APA changes as far as the running head and such. Overall, I think you did a great job. You did follow most of the requirements for the paper. You talked about Florence Nightingale was your prominent leader that you wanted to discuss. and some of the great things that she did to contribute to the nursing profession. So on the right-hand side here, you're going to see some recommendations that I made. And some of them are about grammatical errors or maybe sentence structure. This one specifically, when you review that OWL Purdue website, this will give you an indication of how to cite this appropriately. You had mentioned that as stated by Catalano, in Nursing Now, Today's Issues, Tomorrow's Trends. If you feel that it's really important to list the book or document that you got the information from, you can. You just don't need to have that underlined, and there is some other formatting issues that you'll see on the OWL page. But an easier way is just simply to say, by according to Catalano, and then list the date of the publication after it. And then you can say whatever you want to about what Catalano said about that. So that is the first thing you're going to have to get used to, is making sure you're citing within the document appropriately. Looking down here, again, these were mostly just some sentence structure things. I moved some things around for you. I want you to read through it and see if that's how if you understand it clearly. And if you do, great, you can go ahead and accept my changes. If you liked something maybe a different way or you wanted to rework it, go ahead and do that. And again, we can review that at a later time. This is just our first draft. So you'll have time to, and we can do that together, as revise these and work through where we want to be. Again, here towards the end, you're going to talk about Catalano, and you're going to list the date of that publication. I felt that this information here, you're still discussing about the nursing cap and its symbol of unchanging values, wisdom, faith, honesty, trust, dedication. You're kind of still discussing that all in this paragraph. And Catalano wants to add to that. So instead of keeping this a separate paragraph, I would move this Catalano right back up to here and let that conversation continue on. But overall, I think you did a great job. Again, getting used to paper writing is not easy. It's a it's a trial and error thing, and we all kind of learn to do it. So as your first effort, I think that you did a wonderful job. We'll be meeting in class next week. I really want you to take the time to explore the video that I showed you, as well as the OWL Purdue website. And then we can review any changes you want to make, and we'll see where we're going for the next draft. Nice job, and I'll see you in class next week.